So Usyk has been ordered to satisfy his mandatory challenger via the WBC, Geet Kabayel, beyond his upcoming title defense, his voluntary title defense. The voluntary is said to be kickboxer Rico Verhoeven. That's the name that they're putting out there as the guy that he's going to fight. I'm not against it. You know, Rico was a kickboxer, well known kickboxer. He retired. He recently retired. And it's likely to do a novelty fight like this. Rico would not have made the money in kickboxing that Usyk has made in boxing, obviously. Kickboxing just isn't as big as boxing. So, you know, and they want Usyk to fight a Geet after that. I don't really think that he's going to. Because if you gave up the BO to Fabio, right? It's natural to assume that you're going to give up the BC to a Geet Caballel. Why prolong it? Shout out to Team Batman. Shout out to Sorrow. Shout out to Technique. What it do? Philippine. What it do? Louis. What it do? Real talk in the building. Gooch in the building. You know? I want to see him retire personally. The same things I said about Bud apply to Usyk. Staying in the sport, the only way to go is down based on how high you climbed. There's nothing left to do. You completed boxing. If you retire now, they can't poke holes in your resume. They can't tear you down. Not if you retire now. What the fuck they gonna say? You fought everybody good in your division when you were at cruiser. You fought everybody good when you were at heavyweight. But the longer you stick around, the bigger the burden becomes because, well, you're still the man to beat. And it's new kids coming up. It's new kids coming up. Chico, what it do, Drew? Kathy Duva got a water park, don't she? Shout out to that Kathy Duva box, bro. I think a lot of people want to shag her. I don't really understand, but I'm one of those people, so I know that it's true. I don't really understand why. I just want to, and that's the way it is. But I want Usyk to get up out of here, man. You don't got nothing to do. Don't overstay your welcome and don't end up losing to somebody that you would have beat in your prime because that's the tragedy. Everybody know what happened to Roy. After that John Ruiz fight, you didn't have no reason to stay in boxing, bro. You didn't have no reason to go back down, no reason to stay in boxing. You did it all. It wasn't nothing left to do. And you don't want to see that happen to Usyk. So get up out of here, bro. You know? Because the longer you don't fight these people, you will subject yourself to criticism. Oh, what he doing? He holding up the division. What is he doing? I don't want to see him stick around. You damn near 40 already. What is there left to do? Shout out to East Side. Kelly Swanson, too. I don't know Kelly. Ain't that the girl that played Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Kelly Swanson? You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to do. Now, this Spence shit, it has a lot of people talking. Spence's return. I think it's kind of good for boxing that he's coming back. In a way, I think it's good because it's a surprise. And there are very little surprises in the sport of boxing, if you know what I mean. I don't think people really thought that he would come back. So the fact that he did, and it's a surprise in a sport where a lot of the time shit is scripted. Shit be damn near scripted. You know what's going to happen. When a Virgil Ortiz fights a Erickson Lubin, you know what's going to happen. When a Boots fights an Luis Malima, you know what's going to happen. So there are very few surprises in the sport of boxing. I didn't think Errol was going to come back. I still maintain it got to be for money. I don't think it's for love of the sport. I don't think it's because he got itchy knuckles. He got a renewed passion. It's because you need money. You didn't make so much from boxing that you could just live high on the hog the rest of your life. You didn't. The best pay-per-view he did outside of the one with Crawford was Mikey. What did that do? 300 and change. After that, you fought Porter. 200 and change on the high end. Danny, 250. Ugas, 250, if that, because we know motherfuckers lie. And then after that, you got beat by Crawford, which turned out to be the biggest pay-per-view of your career. The irony of that is for a long time, they tried to tell you that the Crawford fight don't sell. Remember, it was Tim Smith, VP of Communications at the PBC, who said that fight doesn't sell. It doesn't make money. Coincidentally, that turned out to be Errol's biggest fight. That shows you how full of shit they were. Mr. T, what it do? Bounty increase for Drew. Now, come on, you can't increase his bounty because he won it for Kathy. Kathy got that pugilistic box. You know? Turned out to be the big fight of his career. But I do not think that he made so much from his fights. I mean, just think about it. If Al Heyman was stealing money from Floyd, he wasn't stealing money from Spence? Right? If Al was stealing money from Floyd, how many other fighters did he steal money from? Spence could have been one of those fighters. He need the money. Spence coming back. Fight Tim Tszyu. Maybe you win. Maybe you win. But after that, what you gonna do? After that, what you gonna do? There's big fights out there for Errol. It's not even that there's no money to make. There's definitely big fights and big opportunities for Errol. Virgil Ortiz. Oscar's wanted that fight for a very long time. In Texas, you could definitely sell it. You could do it at Jerry's house. It's a big fight. It's a big fight. What it do? I know Claudia Trejos is the one. Yeah, she's the one, bro. She's the one. Got the muscles in the box. Squeeze your shit. Squeeze the juice. You know? Spence versus Ortiz remains a possibility for a big fight in the American landscape. Obviously, Spence has to show that he still has it. It's not even enough to just win. You have to win in good fashion, you know? The consensus is that both those fighters are damaged goods, Tim and Errol. So for you to pump people up to get behind you for a Virgil Ortiz fight, you got to show the same kind of form that you used to. It's a big fight. It's a very big fight. Another big fight is a Boots fight. Spence versus Boots is very big. It could be very big. Spence Fundora, not big. Not big. You do 2 to 3 with that, the max. That's not a big fight. They'll tell you it's a big fight, though, when they try to sell it to you. When they try to charge you $75 for that shit, they'll tell you it's a big fight, but it's not. Fundora doesn't have the following that Boots has. He doesn't have the following that Virgil has. And their followings are not that big, but they're bigger than his. If Errol comes back and fights Tim Tszyu and beats him and segues to a Fundora fight, that motherfucker's a moron. Yeah, you an idiot. The fuck you gonna do that for? It's money out here. And you back for money. You ain't back for glory. You not back for belts. You not back for sanction and body titles. You back for money. The biggest money fight that you could have at 154 right now is Virgil. That's the biggest one. Yeah, that's the biggest one. Because the Mexicans will get behind Virgil. The black guys will get behind Errol. And the white guys that want to be black, they'll get behind Errol too. The Democrat white guys. It's a big fight. You know? But I really don't think it's about titles for Errol. I don't think it's about, yeah, I want to come back and I want to add to my legacy and all this hoopla. Only certain fighters think that way. Special fighters. The ones that they're good enough that they know I can have it all. I can have the money and I can have the legacy. And that is not every fighter. That is not Errol Spence. It's not. Errol was a good fighter. I'll give him that. He was a good fighter. He was better than Sean. He was better than Ugas. Sure. He was better than Danny. I think he was better than Thurman, even though they never fought. But I think he was better than Thurman. But you were the best of the rest. You were the best of that bunch. Even if they represented the upper echelon of welterweights in your era, they were still operating inside of a bubble. And we don't know how many of them would have lost if they would have been fighting outside of that bubble. So you were PBC's best. You know, sincerely doubt that he came back because I want the WBC title. I want the WBC. Nah, that do need money. That do need money. To subject your body through that, to have to go through the rigors of a camp again and expose yourself to that again, to go back to getting punched in the mouth, you need money. You need money. That's why Thurman fighting. Do you think Thurman is really back for legacy, bro? Thurman not back for no legacy. That motherfucker need money. His wife look good. He's losing his hair. He has to justify that relationship. Fine bitch like that doing with a dude that ain't got no hair. It's a fine ass bitch. Think she Indian or some shit. Indian women are hot. It doesn't really get said enough. You always hear about the white bitches and the black bitches and the Spanish bitches. Indian women are fucking hot, motherfucker. I never fucked the Indian broad before. It's on the bucket list, man. Pussy probably all spicy and shit. Tastes like curry. Hear that shit? Pussy all hot and shit. This pussy tastes like chicken masala. Chicken tikka. It is good, the pussy. Chicken masala. Bro, there's supposed to be a non-profit and they're selling merchandise, right? Non-profit that has t-shirts, replicas, and the replicas ain't cheap. I know because I was gonna buy one. The shit was over $1,000. It was over $1,000, fam. This pussy is very good. It is the pussy of the ancestors of Hare Krishna and Vishnu. And this is the good pussy. I like it. Indian bitches is fine as shit, man. But it's actually just syphilis. You know what I'm saying? He's stupid. You know what I'm saying? This real shit. Thurman is not back because he want to win a belt off of Sebastian. He's back because unless you have some other sort of passive income to keep your bills paid and your wife happy, you got to keep fighting. You didn't make enough money from the sport of boxing to just leave it. None of y'all did, you know? The WBC truly makes the keep belt conversation worse. They do. They do. What it do, Carlos? Tastes like falafels. You know what I'm saying? Pussy over there tasting like chicken tikka. It tastes like chicken tikka. It's good pussy for you. I give you half price. It's good pussy. I have it. I give it to you. Half price. It's good price for you, my friend. Yeah, on God, that shit was over $1,000, bro. I was gonna buy it, but I'm like, yo, a rack? So I can have a toy to play with during the lives? Nah, let me chill. Let me chill. I was gonna get that shit though. Went to the gym today. The shoulder is feeling good. I thought that was going to be my reality. I thought that shit was never going to heal. But you know what I did? I stopped doing presses. I'm going to stop doing them for a month, 2 months, then I'm going to go back to them. I stopped doing them with the dumbbell just long enough to let that shit heal, man. You got to let that shit heal. And, you know, I stopped the last 2 weeks, and I'm just using a machine for the presses. And it don't hurt. So I'm going to rock out like that for a month, 2 months. Then I'll go back to it. And I'll lower the weight. I normally press about 70 on each side. But I'll drop down. I'll drop down to 55 and just do reps. 55, 60, and just do reps, you know? I just hate doing a lot of reps. Like, I don't like doing a lot of reps. I don't really like getting to 10. If I could get to 10, then that means I could add more weight if I could do 10, you know? Shout out to Virtuoso. They were selling the WBC Air Force Ones for $500. Are you, yo, I ain't going front. I might have copped them. It's a non-profit, Ray. They ain't trying to make a profit out here. You understand that shit?
Yeah, bro. Yo,
Non-profit.
when I I'm a nonprofit too, bro. I charge people just for holding shit that's mine.
You know what I'm saying? That shit ridiculous, bro. It's like boxing wouldn't be the same without those belts because the process that it represents is necessary. A lot of guys would never get a shot if not for the mandatory process. Spence, he wouldn't have got a shot at Brook if Brook wasn't just going to fight him to be fighting him. He fought him because
Yeah,
he had to, you know? So that part we still
and not
need.
just that.
Yeah.
Hmm. But I
Good.
would take it a step further too. Like I remember, remember when what's it called? We were arguing with Frank, and it was about the whole BO thing, right? With Virgil, right? And even just the
Yep.
idea of getting stripped for a title, because realistically, Brook doesn't have to fight Spence. He can always just leave. Like he's big for welterweight anyway. But it's like even just that on your record, it shows everybody, yo, a fight could have been made, and you decided to not make it. The belts, when it's done right, just removes all the he said, she said bullshit out of the way. So like everybody knows what happened. If you say no to Spence and you walk away, they know, yo, you ducked that guy.
Yep.
You ran away from him. Like you can see everything when the belts are actually working properly. But the problem is you have the WBC and the WBA 90% of the time not doing their jobs.
Yep.
And then it's just a whole weird process. Like Gervonta Davis, I don't know how it took this long for him to get stripped. And I don't even think he's properly stripped yet.
No, I mean they made him a champion in recess, you know? Made him a champion in recess. But yeah, the belts perform an essential function in the sport, and that is giving it a pecking order. That's literally what it's for. So you have a way for the fighters to fight to show who the better fighters are, who the best fighters are, when done right. The problem is the WBC doesn't want to do it that way, and the WBA doesn't want to do it that way. Credit to the WBO, credit to the IBF because they do it the right way, but these two don't. And that's the main problem. Mauricio, you want sanction fees from everybody, but you always order the wrong fights. The whole time that Fulton had the featherweight WBC title and Bruce was there, why didn't you order that? Why didn't you order that? Virgil is interim champion. Sebastian got the full one. Why didn't you order that? It shouldn't be up to. And the thing is that it's a lot of background noise, and you got to do something about that because it's distracting me. Um, It's not up to the fighter. It's not up to their promoter. The role you're supposed to play is an impartial third party between the two teams that decides the time is now. Virgil done had that interim for a year and a half, going on 2 years. Sebastian been champion long enough. He ain't satisfied mandatory for y'all. Y'all order every other fucking fight. So it's very obvious what's going on there. What, did y'all have a conversation? Did y'all get brown paper bag money to not order that fight? Because the whole time you ordering other shit, you're not ordering that. The whole time you ordering other shit, you didn't order Stephen to fight Bruce. You let him go up, get beat, then the title got vacant. That's literally, he went up, got beat. All right, now the WB, we should have been vacant before that. He had a mandatory in the queue before that. So that's where it's fucked up at. That's why I say I don't mind the belts. I don't mind that there are 4 of them. What I mind is people ain't fighting. That's what I mind. Yeah, you gotta fight. The fuck? You gotta fight. Now with
Did you see
Shakur,
Todd
let me say
Grisham's
with
thing about
Shakur,
that?
let me say this about Shakur. With Shakur, he wasn't gonna keep that belt, is the thing. He wasn't gonna keep that belt, but it's the reason y'all gave that is bullshit. Cause he wasn't gonna go back to 35, bro. For what? To waste time on Schofield, to not fight Javante, because Javante wasn't never gonna fight him. Abdullah, God bless that kid, but that's not real reason to stay at 35. Shakur wasn't gonna stay at 35. He want the money fights now. You know, he want the Ryan, the Devin, all that bullshit, the Ben. He want that now. So he wasn't never gonna stay there. But it's the reason y'all giving. All because the WBC has a rule that if you, man, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Y'all let Canelo, and I'm not hating on Canelo neither. Y'all let Canelo do whatever he want. You telling me that Canelo kicked out extra money to y'all when he went up and fought Kovalev? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Hell no. Canelo wasn't, no. I'ma just give y'all a buck 50, 120. No, he would never do that because you can't make him. He would have told y'all to go fuck yourselves. He wouldn't. He didn't do that. Now you got David Benavidez. Same shit. He's WBC champion. About to go to cruiserweight. About to fight for 2 other belts that's not yours. And you telling me that y'all charging him a buck 50 on top of what he got to pay them. I don't believe you. And somebody need to ask him. They need to ask him. Virtuoso, because it's your fucking fault. Ask him. Yo, did you kick out $150,000 to keep your WBC title in the light heavyweight division? They need to ask him. And if he says no, which he probably will, y'all full of shit. It's extortion.
Yo,
Straight
bro,
up.
you know what Mauricio reminds me of? You remember Sasso from Carlito's Way?
Yeah.
The fucking club owner.
Yeah.
Yo, Bud, stop to him like fucking Carlitos. Like, where's my fucking money?
Tell me he don't look like Fred Flintstone if you squint. If you he look like Fred Flintstone.
I guess.
If you, my guy, I will make the AI. If you put that orange shit on him with the paw prints, he looked like Fred Flint. He built like Fred
Yabba Dabba
Flintstone.
WBC.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to tell you, he looked like Fred Flintstone. But it like what they saying. In other words, you just didn't want to do Shakur no favors, and you saw the size of the purse that he was going to get because the kid got 10 mil, and y'all wanted in on that. Or what's you thinking? What's $120,000 to him? He just made 10 mil, motherfucker. What is he paying you for? What is he paying you for? For what? Your belt ain't on the line. What the fuck is this? And I'm fairly confident because you know that David purse ain't gonna look. David not getting 10 mil. That Zurdo fight, I'm telling y'all, I like that fight. I think that's a good fight. Don't get me wrong, but he not getting 10 mil off of that. No, sir. No, that shit gonna do like 150 if that.
Damn, yeah. I just stuck my head in and say what's up to y'all fellas, man. I'm on my way to a funeral now, so I'll catch up with you guys later, right?
Oh, Jesus.
I dig it, bro.
All right,
I dig
man.
it.
Condolences.
Take it easy.
Condolences, yeah.
All right, talk to you guys later.
But you know, that fight, segue into that fight. Ray, what you think that fight gonna do, man? It is on Cinco de Mayo.
Viewership wise, like it's actually a pay-per-view and everything. Like it's already announced.
Yes, it's a pay-per-view. You know
Is it
what's
on the
wild?
Zone pay-per-view?
Wait, you know that it's not announced? It's not announced. It's not. It's not official.
All right, then I don't know if it's gonna happen. That's the first thing.
Same shit I said.
So, but I don't know. Like if it's the Zone, I'll be real. I don't think it's gonna do that well just because of that. I don't know how it, because you have to buy it first off, and then it's 2 guys like that are somewhat known. Or David, I think, is decently known, but I don't believe Zurdo is.
He's not.
So
is that a Riyadh season card?
No.
Good question.
No.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I mean, like there is a chance because initially Garcia versus Barrios was not a Riyadh season card. Turkey got involved. That was just going to be a Golden Boy PBC thing, and he got involved. He's paying for that now. So there is a chance that maybe he'll get involved with that. But as of now, no, that's not a Riyadh season card. It's not a Riyadh season card.
Yeah. Because if Jai is going to Zufa, which is controlled by the Saudis, right? Then things have to, manifest, for things like that have to happen in order to get them to that platform. But the Zone, they want the big fights, but Paramount Plus could get the bigger numbers, So I don't know how they're gonna figure out. So I guess let me just say it like this. I guess they're not serious about unifying the titles since Jai's with Zufa, right? Being that he's gonna be the first Zufa world champion.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
But wait. But because he gets the Zufa belt, does that automatically mean that he going to drop the IBF? That he said it. He said it when he announced it. Yeah, we're going to get the big fights. I'm from Australia. I still want undisputed. I got sex in my eyes. I want undisputed.
Respectfully to Jai, like, yo, you've been wanting the big fights for the last 3 to 4 years. Ain't shit happen, bro. So I'm gonna continue to believe ain't shit gonna happen after you just said that.
Not because of his fault, though, Ray. In
I'm not saying
fairness,
because of his fault, but it's like you saying, but look, Jai said he still want the big fights, bro. The big fights have still not happened. I believe you're gonna go there, and the big fights still won't happen. And now they
I'm
won't even happen with belts.
gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. The fight might happen. It might happen if David wins. It might happen. Zurdo is a coward. Straight up. Zurdo is a coward. He won't fight Jai at all. That's what I see. David might do it out of desperation. David doesn't have a lot of options, fellas. I said that. This move to cruiserweight is a nail in the coffin of your career because you go up there, the air is thin up there, my guy. Well, who's up there? Zurdo, Jai, and CBS. That's what's as far as guys that might get you some money. Yeah, Zurdo, Jai, and CBS. That's who's up there. Bivol said he going up there. Not no time soon, but Bivol said he going up there. Because you know you're gonna fight Eifert, probably gonna fight Beterbiev, then go to Cruiser. That's a year then. That's a year. You talking about 2 fights, you talking about a year then. That's next year. You don't got that to fall back on.
I don't think Bivol has a lot of years left, if I'm being honest, because the back surgery.
Skills. His skills.
Yeah, the skills aside, I don't think he's gonna fight for long through that back injury. Because it might be recurring. We never know, But if he's making that move to cruiser, there's only one fight that he can make, and that's the Benavidez fight. That's the most lucrative fight.
The one that Turkey won is the Jayo Pataya fight. In case you forgot, Pork Chop said Mannix put the pressure on Mauricio. Yes, he did. But you remember that Turkey said that 2 years ago. 2 years ago, he said he wants Bivol versus Opataya. Money talks, bro. Money, bands make them dance, bro.
Odd fight to make, to be honest.
Yeah, but if you can't get Jai nothing else, you see what I mean? If you can't get him nothing else, I could think of fights. I could think of other fights that are perhaps good fights for Ja. Like him versus that Canadian with all them tattoos. That'd be a good fight. That motherfucker can't box worth a damn, but he could fight. That Canadian, he could fight. I seen him. I seen a lot of his fights. He could fight.
Oh, you're talking about Conan O'Brien?
Conan O'Brien. He could fight. That dude can fight. And he hit hard. Him versus Ja, that's a fantastic fight. Ja Opataya still has not fought CBS. He still hasn't fought Arsene Goulamarian, right? So you could keep busy with guys like that while you wait for David. But I think that out of the 2 guys that are going to fight in May, the one who might actually fight Jai is David. Because in a little while, you won't have a choice. You're not going to, bro, he's not going back to 75. Don't believe the hype. He's not going back to 70. He can't. You're going to fight at cruiser and lose 25 pounds to go to 75 so you could feel like you got the fucking flu. Yeah, right, bro. Yeah, right.
I tagged you on Twitter.
I
tagged you on Twitter. You said Mauricio Suleiman, Fred Flintstone, huh?
He looked like Fred Flintstone.
look what I did for you on Twitter.
Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. Yo, wait, I gotta show you.
The arms, yo. Look at the arms.
Yo, that shit, my God, that shit is that's the image that I had in my head, bro. Hold on, I'm about to show y'all right now. But yeah, David gonna stay at cruiserweight, bro. That's what's gonna happen. He's gonna stay at cruiserweight. And for the money that they offer him to fight Jai, right? I believe that he will do it because you don't have a lot of other ways to get money. You never got the Canelo fight. You never got it. The Bivol fight. But if Turkey say, yo, I want you to fight Ja, bands make him dance, bitch. Bands make him dance.
And who's to say the Zurdo fight happens? What if DAZN says, fuck you, Golden Boy, we're picking up Top Rank? You're fucking out in the cold.
The only thing that could save them in that situation is if Turkey does with that fight what he did with Garcia versus Barrios, because he up and decided to pay for that. That was not the original plan. Told y'all. See that shit? That motherfucker look like Fred Flintstone straight up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but dabba-doo. You know what I'm saying? But
you're right,
but
though.
yeah, I think desperation will make you. You know what? The other thing is, David has not made big money from the sport of boxing. 3 million. I think the biggest purse he probably ever got was like in the neighborhood of 3 million, which is what Shakur was getting on ESPN. Shit like that. So for you to really get money, look, the Canelo fight is never gonna happen. You're never gonna get that. You could talk about it all day. That shit is never gonna materialize. For you to get a 10 or $15 million payday, yeah, you might have to bite the bullet and fight on Paramount. Yeah. You're not the A side to nothing, bitch. The A side is whoever brings the money in that situation. Yo, you know Jai might be the A side. What? Because Turkey fuck with him. Turkey like him. He got them crazy eyes. He fuck with him.
Quick question: is Paramount gonna be dishing out that money on a regular basis though? Like, I understand,
Well,
like Jai could just be like a one-off or something.
Operationally, they're kicking out about 100 million for the budget. That's operational budget, like ESP, like Top Rank had with ESPN. That's not counting. That's not counting cash injections from Turkey. That's not counting that.
Sella and Turkey are paying all the fighter purses, all the signings. That's all coming from them. Yeah. TKO's not spending no money. They're getting their money from Sella and Turkey and Paramount.
Yeah, they're just running the show as far as the day-to-day tasks, but all the financing is coming from Sella and Paramount, and that's a lot of money when you think, yo, these dudes Paramount is giving us in the neighborhood of $100 to do our shows. That's not counting when Turkey wakes up with a boner and he want to make a specific fight. That's not counting whatever he's willing to put up. So they work. We got some shit.
And then that goes to what your guy said.
Talibano. People may know David, but Zurdo is a nobody. I never saw mainstream media celebrate Zurdo unifying. People ain't gonna pay to see those. The only thing that might help them, and this is just the Mexican in me, because like Drew knows that I'm more Mexican than him. He knows that. It is on Cinco de Mayo. Canelo's not fighting, right? He's not fighting. So you don't have a Canelo fight to fall back on. Maybe they'll fuck with it. I don't know. Like you really got to ask the essays. Yo, you gonna buy that shit? You got to ask the essays. You got to ask them, you know, because that's gonna be the big fight of that weekend. That is gonna be the big fight of that weekend.
It's gonna be no Cheddar Zufa.
But I think we're really gonna be focused on. We better hope what Top Rank does, because if we get Inoue and Nakatani Cinco de Mayo week 2, that's the fight that people are gonna pay for, because it will be on DAZN.
And you know what? You got to wonder about that fight, because that fight is a big fight without Turkey. They don't need Riyadh. They don't need Riyadh for that fight. They don't need nothing from nobody for that fight. Japan will throw that fight on their back, and that's a huge fight. But I do want things to go back to the way that they were. You wake up in the morning, you watch the Japanese boxing. This shit, I was mad as a bitch, Drew. Paying to see, pay-per-view.
I know. That's what I said.
Suck my fucking dick with that bullshit. I never had to pay. I seen that motherfucker biggest fights. I never had to pay nothing. If Top Rank goes back to ESPN, right, I'm going to assume, assuming that they still have the rights to his fights in this country, I'm going to assume that y'all going to bring that back over there, so shit could go back to normal, because we shouldn't have to pay 60 or whatever it was to see Inoue, bro. Like, nah, that is a super bantamweight, homeboy. Calm the fuck down. I was mad as a bitch paying for that shit. For fucking Pablo Picasso. Better get the fuck out of here. That's some bullshit.
No, it is total bullshit. But what do you think that fight does? If Inoue did $20 million gate with Neri, does Junto Himen do 30?
I mean, probably, bro. That's a huge fight for the Japanese. The Americans don't give a fuck, but for the Japanese, that's an event. That's a Michael Jackson concert over there. Yeah. That's just huge.
Bro. And you said it, though. You said it. I was thinking it. The super chat wouldn't let me do it. Claudia Trejos does got that Grip Master 5000. I know she does.
She got that fleshlight, bro. She got that fleshlight.
I know she does. And you know what's a Claggett? Michael wouldn't do it. That's how much of a Claggett Michael is.
Ray, would you have a threesome? Ray, would you have a threesome with Kathy Duva and Claudia Trejos? Come on, Ray, do it for the team. Ray jerking off. As soon as I said that shit, he muted his mic. He's jerking off. Like,
I would turn them. I would make them role play as goth mommies, elder goth
What the
mommies.
fuck?
Ray,
Yo, Jules.
yo, Ray. Would you have a threesome with Kathy Duva and Claudia Trejos?
I don't even remember who Kathy Duva is, bro. I don't know who Claudia Trejos.
Come on, good. Get the Google out, bro. Get the Google out. You know who Claudia Trejos is, though, right?
Yo.
Okay. Would you have a threesome with them while Mauricio Suleiman films it? For
Nah,
the
bro, that's gonna ruin the vibe, bro.
How's that going to
He could pass me the WBC, though. I'm not gonna pay a sanctioning fee, but he could pass it.
After you're done, he gonna pass you the belt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll do it for the WBC. Like, yeah, I'm WBC champion, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do that shit for real. But yeah,
I'm only doing it if I get to finish inside Claudia.
Yeah, I don't want to pull out. I don't want it to end up on the sheets. I want to leave it in there. Like, really, you know what I'm saying? It's real shit.
You want to have gray haired children?
Yo,
I'm all about the cream pies, baby.
Yo, dog, imagine if they came out with that same hair, bro. That shit would be nuts, bro. I should be nuts. But you know, Zuffa doing big things. There's still a lot of fighters to pick up, honestly. There's still, the year just started. It's really only February, and we in the middle of February. They would have done what? 3 shows this Sunday. 3 shows. Then you got Jayo Pataya in March. So they're off to a good start, you know? They're off to a good start. And if you add Top Rank to that schedule, if they come back by April on ESPN or DAZN, wherever they come back, yeah, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Who's excited about Spence's return? Ray, your reaction?
Honestly, I saw the fight with Tim Tszyu, and I know Tim Tszyu is like, he's also close to wash territory right now. Mm-hmm. But I still don't. I think it's a dangerous fight for Spence. I don't know why people are kind of looking at it as like a tune-up. I think this is almost like a winner gets to keep his career type of fight here. Like, I don't think it's going to be easy for him at all. Like, truly, as long as this isn't pay-per-view, I am excited for it.
It's a dangerous fight for Spence, but it's also a dangerous fight for Tim, because you said it yourself. That dude is almost washed. He fought a random guy in his last fight. That shit don't mean nothing. That shit don't mean nothing. Who does your gut tell you is going to win that fight?
Tszyu.
You think Tszyu wins that fight?
When Spence was at his best and Tszyu was at his best, and people told me, yo, Spence can move up and take over 154, I was like, he would get stopped by Tim Tszyu. Now it's 2 washed versions of them, but I don't know what changed from your ass whipping by Crawford to now that's gonna make you better than Tim Tszyu. And even though Tim Tszyu has been like losing, he's still been losing to the most part to like good fighters at the bare minimum. Like, it's just been bad. It's been really bad to look at. But like, he's still been losing to like good fighters. Like, you lost to Terrence Crawford and you just took a 3-year hiatus.
Yeah. Virtuoso, you agree with that? You think that Tim Tszyu beats Errol Spence?
Yeah, I second that, because
really,
I haven't seen any fighter who has come back after 3 years and look sharp after an ass whooping. I'm sorry.
Take in mind, this motherfucker wasn't sharp when he was active.
Exactly. Wow. His punches are so slow, like, it's really telegraphed. Wow. And Tim Tszyu has enough time to counteract that shit, and he's a more active fighter. So of course, the sharper fighter is gonna win.
Wow, y'all better than me. I was kind of leaning towards Spence. I ain't going.
But hey, if he does win, though, shit, I will be very impressed. I'm not even joking. Like,
if Tim Tszyu loses this, he is super washed. There's no way. I'm sorry. Yeah, like.
But the shit is that Aussie boxers. Look at how long Anthony Mundine was washed, and he was down there getting money, washed and all, down there getting money. Yeah. So just if he lose that Spence fight. Look, you never gonna be world level, but you could fight a couple of Zarafas, some giraffes, some koala bears. You be all right. Shout out to motherfucking
Huntsman spiders.
Bob Saget. Right? Elder goth mommies got me bricked up on this comedian. That was Drew shit. Jose, Wake your ass up.
My bad.
Spence versus Tim Tszyu. Who's that fight?
Oh, Timmy.
Tim,
Easy.
yo, y'all some wild boys.
I just
Nobody got Spence winning that fight.
I mean, because bro, the last time you fought, you got your ass beat. Like you didn't just get like it. That was a career life beating, bro.
It was.
Not only that, like Timmy's been more active, and yeah, even though he's been losing, but he lost to Bakram and Fundora. Which, come on, do we really think Spence could beat those guys right now?
No, we don't.
No.
That's fair. That is fair. Spence wouldn't beat the guys that beat him. That's fair.
And Timmy's ass beatings were quick. Spence got his ass kicked from pillar to
no, not really.
The Bakram one. The Bakram one.
They were.
No, bro. The beating to
that was 3
Sebastian.
rounds.
The Fundora one was
No. The first Fundora one. How many rounds did that go? That went the distance.
He didn't get the dog shit beat out of him though. He just lost.
Bro, that fight ruined him, bro. You could. There is a legitimate argument that fight.
No, don't fall into that Fundora trap.
I'll tell you what, man. When he fought Bakram, right? I think he got hit in the head by an elbow, and then automatically he looked at his. He started tapping his head, the top of his head.
He had PTSD after that shit.
That fight has psychological residue. That's what it told me. Like fuck, right? Man.
It left a
but that super chat's right though.
Shout out to Brandon. Don't forget, Spence barely made it past Lugas.
Yeah, I remember that shit, bro.
Good point.
Each body shot looked like he was getting hit by a shotgun or something, bro. I was like, damn, what's going on?
Can I say this though? I think Ugas threw that fight, bro.
I do too.
I think that nigga.
I do.
No.
You think?
I do too. I absolutely do. I think that was a dive. I do too. Yeah. It make it look good. There's things in a fight, and I said it right after that fight. You watch enough boxing matches, and you get sort of a sense of what is going on and what is going to happen. Ugas's rhythm, his everything in that fight, it's like, is this guy fighting or what? Like what are you waiting for, bro? Why are you not jumping on this guy?
Bro, he was boxing beautifully for like the first few rounds, and then all of a sudden he gets to the inside and does the peekaboo. Like what?
Oh, Virtual. How many times have we said we don't trust Cubans? Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's what.
Other than Cubans, I've seen other fighters in that platform, by the way, that have pulled punches. Man, I can tell. Like, I could have took what Jules was saying.
Three fights, Virtuoso. 3 fights. Barrios Pacquiao, Vosdik Benavidez, Ugas Spence. I'm of the opinion all 3 of those fights was thrown. They told Barrios, don't hit him too hard. Don't beat him up. We need him. Don't beat him up. Vosdik, that was a sparring session, homie. That was sparring. You was fighting like you was sparring, right? And obviously the one we just talked about. Ugas hit him, and it's like he was shocked that he hit him and sent him into the ropes. It was like he was shocked, like, oh shit, I wasn't.
He didn't jump on him. Exactly, because he didn't want to fuck up the money fight.
Knocked his false teeth out. Remember, mouthpiece came flying.
Knocked his gum shield out. So yeah, I think that fight. You know what, y'all making me reevaluate my opinion of Tszyu versus Spence, because I was leaning towards Spence to win that fight. I was leaning towards him. Now you make a good point that, like, yo, Tim ain't really gotta hit him but that much. And Errol never been no slick fighter. Like he never been slick. Even before the car accident, he was getting hit. Look at the Brook fight. Before the car accident, he was getting lumped up.
Also, so quick question. Is he training with Breadman or Roy? Because if it's Breadman, I have a better opinion of him. If it's Roy,
why?
Well, no. It ain't gonna be Roy. If it's Roy, then you know.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But when is
wait. But if it's Breadman, you also know, bro. Breadman don't do nothing but break down fights and lose fights. That's all he do.
No, I have a better opinion, because it's like, at least I can say, like, yo, I've seen Breadman actually have success one time in his life as like a coach. I've never seen that.
Woohoo!
J-Rock.
What his biggest fight with J-Rock? I was there. Charlo fucking knocked him fucking in the dirt. What are you talking about? Every fight, Breadman's supposed to win. We're like, this is our coming out party. He loses.
The Jarrett Hurd fight? Did that fight never happen?
No, I'm gonna say this. He talking about the Charlo fight. I'm gonna say this. if it's Roy, it's not gonna be Roy. But if it's Roy, Spence is about to lose. If it's Breadman, Spence is also about to lose. If it's Buddy McGirt, you better be careful. If it's
I haven't seen
Buddy,
Buddy. I've only seen
Yeah.
those other two guys.
If Errol really wanted to win, he'd go see Buddy McGirt, Manny Robles. He'd take it serious.
yeah. Breadman is a hipster trainer. You know, you want to be the science and the technicality and you know what I'm saying, and all the bullshit that don't really matter when the bell ring, all that bullshit. Like, yeah, if you got him in the corner, you finna lose, Spence. If you got Bob Santos in the corner, you know, because PBC got in-house trainers. They got like 5 in-house trainers. Ronnie Shields, Bob Santos, Brettman Edwards,
It's
Salas.
not Salas.
But Salas
Really?
is kind of good though. Yeah,
Yeah.
Salas train Rolly. Salas
Yes.
train Morel.
Now, if you
But-
saw Errol Spence with Manny Robles, you know he's taking it serious, right?
If you see him with Manny, you know what upset about to happen. When I seen Robles, when I seen him walking out with
Figueroa,
Brandon, I got fucking nervous. Like, oh shit.
you got bricked up, didn't you?
I got bricked up, bro. My dick got hard. Like, oh shit, it's Manny. And you could go back to the live. I said it like, yo, that's Manny. Oh shit.
No, you did do that. You're like, fuck, I need to change. You wanted to change your pick, right?
I wanted
know
to
you did.
change it. I wanted to change, like, yeah, Manny is the upset master. He pulled the upset with Resendiz and Plant, the upset with Andy and Joshua, the upset with it's another one, not even Brandon. It's another one he pulled the upset in. Like, Manny is that dude, bro. Manny is that dude. Somebody need to buy that dude a beer. You know
Yeah, Drew, I gotta ask you a question about that Andrew Ruiz AJ fight. You was there, right?
No, I wasn't there. I was fucking around at the gym with them though. Well, I knew Manny then.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't in New York for that fight. Virtuoso.
What's
How you
good?
loving Mom Donnie out there?
Yeah,
I'm cool.
Mom,
It's all right.
how's
I'm
Mom
cool,
Donnie's
man. It's just daily prayers, you know, at the mornings, you know.
Do they
and,
really have to call the prayer coming out the speakers, bro?
Yeah, man, for real, man. It's mandatory, or else I gotta be headed.
What? No, but for real though, do they really do that? Like, that's the hell.
No, of course not.
Did y'all see?
Motherfuckers really
Did y'all
believe that?
see real quick? Did y'all see Pam? Did y'all see Pam Bondi yesterday? Fucking fuck her career up.
Yeah,
Yo,
I did see that. I was watching that shit. I'm still stuck on Mamdani, New York. Like, is it bad? Is it what you thought it was gonna be, or is it like, nah? It's.
I mean, if Pam Bondi's saying the Dow Jones is up, then everything's Gucci.
You know, New Yorkers are like y'all are like that. As long as the market's good, y'all all right.
Hey, bro,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
what
know. It
about
was a
him
lot of y'all,
saying
bro.
it's-
Y'all thought that shit was gonna blow up, bro.
No. This my thing, and I maintain this. I believe that he's working for a foreign government. You could call me a conspiracy theorist if you want. It's not American people that he has in mind to benefit from whatever he's doing. Like, now you're not doing anything for the benefit of the American people. But the fact that didn't he say that he was going to make the buses and trains free? Didn't he say that?
He said that, but
No,
Jules,
just the buses.
Go look at who his mom is, Jules, and look who his mom used to hang with. Jillian Maxwell.
Or Jillian?
No, Jillian Maxwell. She used to hang with them, his mom. So you're right. Your Capricorn crystal cock is on point.
Listen, Virtuoso know what I'm going to say. Jillian Maxwell has some titties. Oh my god.
Yo,
she do though.
I've seen the bikini. But yo, she's a sick person.
Yo, boy, I'd have been in them guts. I ain't go front like, look, man, you a horrible bitch. And I'm probably
He's a sick bastard.
I'm probably gonna have to murk your ass after this fuck. But yeah, just Jillian, she would have got that dick. Oh yes, she would have got that dick, not right on her chest. That shit crazy, man. That shit is scary. What's going on with that stuff, man? That shit's scary, man. All those powerful people doing that shit. But y'all know what they was doing. Y'all know what they was doing.
Lembo Votnik's in that list.
Oh, that's not surprising. That's not surprising. The shit is, you gotta wonder. I ain't gonna front. Maybe I am becoming a conspiracy theorist, or maybe I'm just open-minded. But who seen the shit where Roseanne said, yo, these is vampires, no cap. These is for real vampires. They eat people. Do y'all think that shit real? Like, yo, that's what they doing out there. That's how they live.
Absolutely.
Look, things are stranger than fiction, man. That's all I'm about to say.
They eating babies and shit out there, bro. That's a part of what. At least that's a part of the conspiracy theory that they eating babies and shit, bro.
They're doing that. All that shit's real. Like, man, like it comes from somewhere.
Well,
Look
they
at how
got
they
name and
look at
shame.
how they just ruled Kurt Cobain's death finally a homicide.
What? What are you talking?
Yeah,
What?
Yes.
I saw
I've been
that.
knowing
I saw
that.
that.
Yes.
Like, come on.
Did he blow?
It was
Did they
a
say he
hom-
blew his head off with a shotgun?
He was
That
blowing
shit
the
takes a
whistle.
lot of
He was
effort.
blowing the whistle on an island where they were doing the grape to kids.
Bro, you remember Chester Bennington and fucking Chris Cornell, those two lead singers from those bands? They died the
Yeah,
same
audio
year.
slave.
Yeah, exactly. And Lincoln Park. And they were investigating the child sex trafficking, and all of a sudden their deaths were ruled a homicide. Come on, man.
Wow. I thought the dude from Audio Slave died of a disease. He got killed, or he killed himself.
No, they said they said that he hung himself or he had some type of suicide. But yo, I didn't believe that shit at first. I'm like, yo, there's no way.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. Shout out to motherfucking George. Random thought: why do most Gen Z look 50? I have a theory about that. I do have a theory about that. I think it's because their food was worse than ours. If I had to guess, I think it's because their food, what they're eating, what they're taking in, is even more processed than what we were taking in. You know that, and they have less physical activity when you think about it. The kids from my generation was outside fucking these hoes and fighting each other and being strong. Whereas Gen Z, they in the house staring at a blue light, gooning. That shit ain't healthy, bro. That shit not healthy. All these motherfuckers look extra old now.
They gotta stop vaping.
That too.
Do
Like
y'all follow?
motherfucker wouldn't believe I was 43. Took the Uber to the gym. Motherfucker wouldn't believe I was 43. Like, yeah, I'm
Oh,
43,
I believe
bro.
it. I believe it. Do
Mhm.
y'all follow that one dude on Instagram? He cracked me up. He's the ring IQ of gooning. He breaks down goon film like Jules does.
Is it the
Devontae
black dude with
Yaps.
the glasses?
Yeah, he's hilarious, right?
Bro, he breaks it down like Stephen A. Smith on like
Yeah.
first date.
All right, I'll
Does
check
he-
him out.
Well, like he jerks off and you watch him jerk off and he breaks down why he's jerking off?
No, he has like stars on there and they break down who's the Mount Rushmore of this, who's the Mount Rushmore of this era. And they legit break down film like it's film.
Like they bust out the stats and shit.
Okay, but you know what I'm gonna say about that Epstein shit? You know ain't nothing gonna happen, right, fellas?
They're not gonna snitch on themselves.
No one's.
It's not even that. They're not gonna do anything to them. They're not gonna do anything to them. Is what I see. That they're not. Nobody gonna get arrested. The party don't stop. It's a Diddy party.
Yeah.
Party don't stop.
They're claiming that Epstein is still alive. The conspiracy theorists that he's in Israel. And Ghislaine Maxwell, she's basically, her prison is basically like the Four Seasons.
Nobody gonna get locked up off of that shit. You gotta wonder, is that what Mel Gibson was talking about in that interview? Y'all know the interview.
He's vindicated.
Do you think what is your gut, Virtuoso? What does it tell you? Do you think that's what he was talking about?
That there is a cabal of people that do all this sick shit? Yeah, of course. But, people call him anti-Semite because he thinks that Jews are the common denominator. But, they're all type of cults, it doesn't matter what religion they are. But
the thing is,
that's the main focus.
When you know the history of Hollywood, you know that the Little Hats is the one that made it. They're the ones that made Hollywood. So I mean, Jerry Seinfeld.
You had Meyer Lansky. You had Meyer Lansky, who was like running the mob in the 1950s, doing blackmail shit.
It's real shit, yo. Scary shit, Ray. What do you think about it? Stop gooning, Ray, for 10 seconds, bro.
I agree.
Yeah, I tuned out, bro. Bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
You wasn't listening to you, so you don't give a fuck about the Epstein list?
I do. Obviously, I do. It's like it's horrible, but I kind of almost went to where you were going, where I was like, yo, if as many people like that are shown on that list, and it was like millions and millions of pages and shit like that, and you've got that many names, and it's that many people doing that much stuff, and a decent amount of them are in government. Ain't nobody fucking getting arrested, bro. It almost reminds me of that shit in There's like a DC comic where the Justice League go to a different universe and they realize like they have an evil version of the Justice League that runs the government, and they're like, "Yo, we gonna stop all of you guys," and they do, and then nothing works because they just arrested the entire fucking government.
Yeah,
And
it's
they're like,
sad,
"Yo,
but
bro, that was the government, bro. You just destroyed it. Like the government's
Yeah,
gone now." And
it's
you know they're horrible.
gonna be like Eyes Wide Shut. You know, yeah, you rescue the wife, but you're giving up the daughter.
yeah, yeah. That is, it's gonna be what I think is gonna come out of it is absolutely nothing. They're gonna keep doing what they do. I think they're gonna. That's a horrible thing to say, and I wish that weren't the case. But I think they're gonna keep doing what they do.
Which is
This
why
is,
the president got to bomb Epstein Island. You know.
yeah, like it's not gonna stop. Which it's unfortunate, but that's the world that we live in. Do y'all think there's a supernatural element that they praying to, like a demon or a devil or something like that?
Nope.
You don't.
All
You
Well,
for
just
yeah,
think.
life, bro.
there's
All for the
Moloch
love of
and
the
then there's
game, bro.
Baal.
All for the love of the game, bro. I'm dead ass.
You think it's all for the love of the game.
Yeah, literally, yo. I got the paper. I can do it. Let's do it. That's it.
I'm gonna tell you something, Ray.
It's that
Because you
simple
young.
for a lot of
I'm gonna
people.
I'm gonna tell you something, Ray. Because you younger than me. It's for a demon, bro. They ain't doing that for no reason. That's for a demon. But you'll see. You'll see. I ain't go. You know, I'm an old motherfucker, so you gonna outlive me. But you'll see. That shit ain't for. They crossed. What you doing is like. There's not a word for what you doing, dog. There's just not a. There's not a word for that. You know what I mean? Killing your ass ain't even enough. It's like it ain't, dog. Like.
See, this is why you should have been listening to them Pedialyte Israelites at 125, bro. They were telling you the truth about those fake, fake J's.
Well, yeah, but to assume that's assuming that it's all of them, and I can't harbor a generalization like that because you're expanding it to everyone. So you saying that everybody, all the little hats, all over, all of them is down with the Diddy party. Nah, I don't think that. I don't think that.
Just the rich ones.
Shit is crazy out here, bro.
Shit, not thinking about it, that might have been the most shocking thing I heard, where they were like the Diddy and Epstein thing were like just two separate, like horrible events. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, y'all were just horrible on each other's own time.
No, Diddy was trying to do what Epstein was doing.
Oh, he was just copying.
If my gut, which is usually right, the same instinct that I had for Heyman, Diddy was trying to be like the new, not the new or not the replacement, but you was just trying to do what you seen somebody else do. That's what you were doing. You're trying to do what you seen somebody else do. Diddy shit is more depraved. It's more about sticking dicks in his ass. He ain't doing that for no demon. He just wants to stick a dick in his ass. That's the only reason he doing all that weird ass shit. Whereas Epstein and them, they up to that's something else, homie. That's what y'all doing. That's something else. For something else.
And we won't stop because we can't stop.
Shout out to Talibano. They probably worship a giant schlong. That's possible. It's probably a big dick in the ground, and they all jump praying to that shit. Big old cock in the center of the earth, bro. But the shit's if I'm being for real and I'm not playing around, yeah, that's for a demon, homie. You lying to yourself if you can't see, if you can't feel how bad that shit. And maybe you can't, maybe you can't. But that's for a demon, homie. Motherfucker can't convince me otherwise. Like, yeah, you're not doing all that to be doing all that. Not to be doing all that. Nah. You seen something or you've been talking to something that make you want to do that. Because that's wild what y'all doing. That's crazy. But I'm getting off that shit. I don't even want to talk about that shit. Give me goosebumps. Back to the boxing. Do you guys believe that they're gonna make the Ortiz versus Boots fight? Because they're saying that they're still working on it. Does y'all spider sense that they're gonna deliver that fight?
Isn't he getting sued right now or some shit?
Bro, they the ones saying. I'm just telling you what they saying. Bro, they say they still working on it. So
Fuck you
Yeah, I
working
mean,
on?
what's
You
coming
working on
first, the
that
fight
lawsuit
or
right
the
now?
court case?
Yeah,
right?
that's what I want to know for that.
Virgil got 2 fights coming up. He got 2 fights coming up. But do you
That's like
guys
a
believe
for
that?
real lawsuit. Like I don't,
No, it
know, man.
is. It
Like
is.
I don't know.
All
Like,
right, all
can you
right.
even? I don't. How's that gonna work out? Like, I feel like Oscar's gonna do everything in his power to just not let that happen out of spite.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna answer for y'all. I don't believe the fight gonna happen. How you gonna have a fight while you going through court proceedings? Anytime you fight, to some degree, at this point, Golden Boy is somehow involved, and you're in the middle of a lawsuit with Golden Boy. How are you supposed to do a fight while that's how? They're not gonna fight. They're not gonna fight. They're not gonna fight. Nah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I think it can happen though. I will say that, like, I'm just saying, like, if we're talking about like we're saying like, yo, this is being negotiated right now. I'm saying that nothing's happening at this moment. But if you would tell me like by the end of the year or something came up, or like let's say like somewhat in the summer, like whole suit got killed ever or whatever, and they're going to a fight now, I could believe that. But if you're saying they're negotiating right now for the next 2-3 months, no.
The thing is, whatever you negotiate to some capacity based on your existing contract, Golden Boy is tied to it, who you are now suing. That makes the situation too complex. Golden Boy is still your promoter of note until you win your case. You haven't won your case, but you about to have a fight though.
Yeah, and Virgil's still on the contract, right?
Yep.
Isn't the whole thing they're saying like, yo, you have no what's it called? Network, so then we could resolve the contract.
That's what that is their case, but they haven't won that case. That's their case. That the moment that your DAZN deal ended, our arrangement ended. That's their case. And look, it's a good case, by the way. Like, that's look like it's a slam dunk, but you ain't won it yet. So how you negotiating a fight when you got this going on and you ain't won it yet, though?
But that's what I mean, though. I'm like, I think like the fact that you're even like in negotiations for even anything at this point means that you're at least trying to like actually make a fight happen. And at least you're probably just insanely confident about your case, which is stupid.
But you know, the other thing is that's what we know Rick Mirigian for making fights. That's what he do. He make the fights. He do it for the fun.
No, but
I mean,
Jose, he doesn't
Jose
really
Ramirez did not want no parts of fucking Prograde, and that fight didn't happen.
But that's what I mean. That this dude, Rick's magic trick is not making fights. It's making fights disappear. That's what he do. He makes shit.
He's a big fight hitman.
Yeah. So I'm of the opinion they not gonna fight, and I don't think you would be going through. I don't think you would be going through all of this, because the other thing about that fight is the only reason y'all wanted to have it before was because Turkey was paying for it. That's why y'all was willing to do it, because he's gonna give y'all a big Saudi bag. There's no big Saudi bag now, so why would y'all want to?
You think maybe he's gonna cut Oscar out of the picture, kind of? Maybe that's why. Like, hey, bro, to Turkey? Get more money. No. Rick in general, he's like, hey, look, I want to get more money, so let's take one hand out of the pot. It's gonna be Oscar, and we're gonna work directly with Boots and Matthew. Yes, it's gonna be Eddie in there, but maybe he won't charge as much. Maybe we can get something where it's just my representation in him, and it's like Turkey, or like a good deal with DAZN.
The percentage that he would save out of cutting Oscar out of the picture is not such a great value that it would make up for the difference of what Turkey was going to give y'all. Turkey was going to give y'all M's on top of M's. Cutting Oscar out of the picture, maybe that adds an M. I'm saying maybe. Like, I'm saying
yeah, because he's going to have to do a payout of his contract.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I don't think they doing all this because they really want a Boots fight. I think they doing all this to go to Zuffa. That's still my theory. They doing all this to go to Zuffa. Bro, them motherfuckers ain't been fighting for belts. Them motherfuckers ain't been fighting for belts, and they don't care about fighting for belts. If Zuffa got a big old check for you, they try and get it. And who you got to worry about over there? Ain't nobody over there yet. Ain't nobody over there.
You got to fight at middleweight too?
Yeah, he would have to fight at middleweight though. He would. But do you think
because he hasn't been making 154 safely. Consistently anyway.
If you think about the hang-ups of going over there, oh, they don't got the belts. Virgil ain't been fighting for belts. Oh, they don't got a junior middleweight. Who the fuck you been fighting at junior middleweight, Lubin? Who the fuck you acting like you saved the Daily Planet because you fought Sergey Boychuk, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like he acting like he captain. Like, all right, you fought Sergey. All right, that's cool. And Madrimov when he had bronchitis. All right. That dude not trying to do nothing. I don't believe they're gonna fight. They may never fight. That's what I think. Now, Virgil and Xander, they might fight. those two might fight. There's
I
just
don't
not
think
enough.
so. I think there's a better chance of Boots and Xander fighting than Virgil and Xander.
I don't because without the Saudi injection, the Saudi injection is really what gave that fight all the value. On its own, Ray, that fight don't sell a lot. On its own, no, it don't.
Xander in Boots? No, that's what I'm talking about. Like I think I see Xander in Boots before I see Virgil in Boots.
Oh! I see. The reason I see Virgil and Xander is because of the Puerto Rico Mexico shit. Even though Virgil's about
more Puerto Ricans and more people in New York that would support Boots than would even look at Virgil.
I mean, motherfuckers ain't fucking with Virgil on the strength. But if it's against a Puerto Rican, motherfucking Mexicans gonna be climbing out of manholes, bushes and shit to support just for that fight. Like, yeah, get him, ese. And they're gonna and they would fuck with him for that fight. But that fight,
I don't know too. I'll be real. I think another thing too is like I know people might say like otherwise, but I feel like if Xander was to do what he's doing to Josh Kelly now, where he's like, "Yo, Josh, you got to come to New York or Puerto Rico, and the fight's happening here." If he says that to Virgil, I think Rick Mirigian just puts a fucking nail in that shit immediately. If he says that to Boots, I think there's a good chance he comes over.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. That fight is big enough. You Virgil, like it's not where I think it will be right now. Xander and Virgil. It's not where I think it will be right now. I give it a year. And that'll be a big one. That will be a big one. Xander, bro, ain't nobody happier to be Puerto Rican than a Puerto Rican, bro. Puerto Rican love being Puerto Rican, so they gonna fuck with Xander. Yeah, they gonna fuck with him. Yo, remember, motherfucking Canelo fought Bivol, 400,000. Canelo fight Boricua Edgar, 600,000. That was Boricua's that boy. Like, yeah, boy, they bought that shit, supporting Edgar. I don't know what the fuck y'all thought was gonna happen, but yeah. So they'll fuck with Xander. And like I said, it's the tribalism with Virgil. They don't really fuck with him, but if they see he's fighting a Puerto Rican, they'll fuck with him. If they see he's fighting, they'll fuck with him. And it's the same with the boot. It's kind of the same with the boot shit. It's just that fight is, to me, that fight is not even ready. Y'all don't have fan bases like that.
No.
Y'all don't. This fight
they haven't got enough bodies in their resume. And they barely won belts.
Yeah. Boots, the best guy you fought in 50 fights is Stanionis. That's it. Virgil, your best guy that you fought, it's not even aging well, by the way.
Madrimov, to be honest.
I was gonna say Bo.
I'm not gonna say Bo with you. I don't know why you guys keep saying that. Bro. That motherfucker.
You just lost to Brandon Adams.
Not
that's
good
why.
after. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Well, he just beat Butaev though on Zmufa. He just beat Butaev.
To be honest, because look,
came up.
Oscar didn't put that much time in promoting Virgil like he did with Ryan.
No,
you know?
for real.
No. In
majority
fairness,
decision, by
bigger
the
than
way.
what he is right now.
Virtuoso. Let's be real. Ryan ain't popular because of something Oscar did. Ryan ain't popular because Oscar really invested and promoted him and sniffed all the coke. No, Ryan popular because he got an Instagram. That's why Ryan popular. Ryan's whole everything is tied to his Instagram account. That's where all that comes from. It ain't because
of his social media presence, everything gravitates to him. Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, look, whether you think he's an idiot or an idiot savant, he's doing the right thing talking to these punk ass streamers. They're like, yeah, that's who fuck with you. It's not Virtuoso that fuck with you. It's not Ray. The young bloods fuck with you. The ones that sit at home gooning and watching Aiden Ross. They fuck with you. We don't.
So be a streamer. Don't be a boxer.
Yo, you singing to the choir. That's what I said. He should be a streamer, bro. Go fuck Sarah. Go if I'm Ryan, I'm trying to fuck Sarah Safari, Lean Beef Patty, and all the gym bitches. Like, what you fighting for? You know you don't want to fight. Did y'all see what he said about Joe Goosen? Yo, I know what he gonna have Mario doing. He gonna have him doing the same shit over and over. I don't be wanting to do that shit. Like, yeah, you gave it. You don't want to box, homie. You don't even want to box. What are you doing?
Well, you got
a bad student.
Joe Goosen was too kind to him, by the way. I saw the shit with Steve Kemp. Like, that was ridiculous. Like, he was like, no, I think he trains hard. You know, I don't think there was any real issues with our training camp. I think we went in there and it was a good thing. I'm like, my nigga, you said you were collaborating with him. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, he said you don't train Ryan, you collaborate with Ryan.
And
that
then
means
you
he don't
said,
listen to your,
bro,
he
there
don't
were
listen to
no
your
problems
ass.
in training camp.
Yeah, so it all went great. That's what it looked. That's how it looked when it all
Bro,
goes great.
did you see that? Yo, Derek James was on the fucking sitting behind against the wall on the floor, like just looking helpless.
Yo,
While Ryan's doing
I
the
remember,
slow-mo dance.
that motherfucker was playing word jumble. Like I ain't gonna train him. He not gonna listen to me. I think
Come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you, Jose. I got Ryan because I think he's on peds hard.
Oh,
like
for
he's
sure.
on the good peds again. So that's why I have him winning. And Mario is ass. Like, bro, you don't really have to be that good to beat
This
Mario.
this really is a shit versus shit fight, right?
Yeah. This is Diarrhea versus Chura. Diarrhea versus Chura. That's what this is, bro. Who's more shit? I think Mario is more shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna try, but he gonna walk into that no look left hook, and he gonna get caught. He's gonna go out. He's gonna go out.
I've never seen Mario go out though.
It's the first time. What you mean you never seen Mario go out? Javante, bro.
Like I was like to a body shot, I think too. To be honest, I don't even think it was that like, and that was a drained version of him too.
I'm just but I think Ryan is, Ryan got some size for a welterweight on the pads.
I agree.
Yeah, he'll put him out. He'll put him out. I think he will. He'll put him out.
Who else is on the undercard?
Oh yeah, who's on the? I think it's Gary Russell versus Andy Hirioka, which is good.
Great fight.
Oscar Duarte versus Hitchens. That's gonna be a fun little fight. Pressure fighter versus pure boxer.
I really hope he knocks out Hitchens, bro.
Yeah,
he might be hoping for a good match.
Nah, I mean Hitchens. That Hitchens and Lemos, bro. Lemos is a low ass man. He's
I'm
getting
not a
your
fan
ass.
of Hitchens, by the way. It's just guys like that survive like fights. Like they survive those fights. Like they just like they're stuck in there. You're not getting them out of there. They'll hold and whatever. Like they're not going out of that fight.
I don't think he's going out, but there's two things working against him. Oscar has the right style for that fight, but if nothing else, Oscar is the golden boy fighter. Hitchens don't have no representation going into that fight. It's not with Matchroom. Turkey don't give a fuck about him. He's not winning that fight. At minimum,
it's in Vegas.
At minimum, Oscar could win a shady decision. If that's what they have to resort to, at minimum, he wins a shady decision. And that's if he don't actually legitimately win the fight, which I think he can, because I think Oscar is also on PEDs. I think that dude on PEDs. That dude can.
Oh yeah, of course. The Lord tell you, yeah, of course. I'm surprised Richardson took this fight, man. That's like you want to fight Ortiz, but you gonna fight this guy? Like
wait, Fig, desperation. Think about the Cambodia fight was when last year? How long has it been since that fight? The Cambosos fight. Because that was his last.
It's probably like a year ago, right? I'm not sure exactly what time.
He did the dickhead shit. You could have re-signed to Eddie. You could have re-signed to Eddie. You know Eddie would have found you a random British guy to fight. Nah, I want to be free. Keith Connolly. Now look at your ass. You didn't have a choice.
Said that after the bottle fight.
Yeah,
he rejected a fight with Ortiz too. That Keyshawn got. Keyshawn stopped the guy. It's like
he did the dickhead shit. Free agency is not. Free agency is not for most fighters, bro. It's not. It's not for 98% of fighters. It's not. It's not. But you wanted to be free. You and Edgar, because Keith Connolly told y'all that dumb shit. Stupid. You would have fought by now. So he had to take this fight with Duarte because who else offered you anything? Who else was offering you to do anything, bro? Right?
Idiot. I mean, Keyshawn was talking shit, right? He was talking about doing something.
He wasn't about to fight Keyshawn, but yeah.
He wasn't. He was going to fight Ortiz, and the story is, this is according to Eddie Hearn, they were going to use him for Jermaine Ortiz on the card that just happened, the Stevenson Lopez. They were gonna use Hitchens, and DAZN said no.
Wait, actually,
that's how he. Yes, that's what he said. I seen
worse.
the interview.
Never mind. That's worse. That's worse.
Oh,
than
so
he
they feeding them to
pricing
the
himself.
wolves.
That's
They
bad.
like, okay, got
That's
your
bad,
back tonight real
Good.
quick.
We don't want none of
That's
Keith Conley's overpaid ass fighters like Hitchens and Berlanga unless they're getting their ass kicked.
crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, you see the Gustavo Lemos fight. It's kind of hard to pick on for real.
And Duarte is a bigger Lemos. He's
Exactly.
he's gonna do the same shit. He's just a bigger guy on pads.
He hit harder.
So yeah.
Hey, what does Keith Conley do for Berlanga now after that knockout?
My God,
he's still
most Edgar
Isn't he fighting,
Edgar could do is be a backup dancer in Jennifer Lopez's next video. He could do the running.
No,
Isn't he
no,
fighting,
Jake Paul,
what's his
Jake
name?
Paul, Jake Paul. If
Jake
he's
Paul's
gonna
not
go off,
fight a real fighter.
oh come on, man.
Wait.
Did you just hear yourself? A real fighter? Who's the real fighter you talking about, bro?
Shit, Berlanga, he got amateur experience.
None of them.
You talking about, homie? Yo, AJ had it. Yo, my guy. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but Jake doing a dance with AJ made him a better fighter. Yeah. Yo, that's a big ass man trying to beat your ass, and you lasted for a couple of rounds. Edgar, that's gonna feel like a walk in the park. Edgar, what the fuck Edgar gonna do? Edgar ain't no AJ now. He ain't no AJ.
I don't think you gotta be AJ.
But the question is, how long do you last in Claudia Trejos though?
Not long. Like I give myself 2 minutes and a couple of good deep pumps. 2 minutes, I'm out of there, bro. It's Claudia, bro. She got that silver hair and all that shit. Shit is crazy. Shout out to Mr. T. He asked for $3 million to fight Keisha. Yeah, who do you think you are, bro? $3 million? You wildin'. But you know he about to look. You about to lose.
Isn't Edgar supposed to be fighting what's his name? The Mexican dude that beat up Plant recently?
No, Armando Resendiz?
Yeah, I thought that's what it was.
That was the conversation a few weeks ago. I forgot who they said Resendiz might fight. Who did they say he might? Munguia.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much better.
And you know that. I mean, that's a better fight. To be real with you, like that is a better fight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
I could have went for Edgar Munguia.
I could have went for that too if they made. No, I could have went for that too if they made it. But if I got to choose between Edgar and Resendiz, you know Resendiz really gonna try. Like he really gonna try to get at it. Edgar, I don't know what he gonna do, to be real with you, because everybody beats him. There's no safe fight, and your problem is you not with nobody that could put you in that tune-up, that could get you those 2 tune-ups to rebuild you because you wanted to be free. Well, you free now. Eddie's not holding you back. You could be the dumbass that you always wanted to be. You know? Because that if you would have re-signed with Eddie, you know Eddie would have found you a random Irish guy to fight. This is Paddy McFlockenhoffen. And then he's from fucking Hussenhossen. And you would have had a win. Now, you still coming off a knockout to Hamza Shiraz at the Bodega. He made you a chopped cheese and knocked your ass out.
So if he doesn't have another fight, how's he gonna get more parades after he loses?
Right? Motherfucker's stupid. And what do they have in common? Keith Connolly. You could tell who told them that we gonna cut out Matchroom and we gonna get all the money. Watch. Fast forward.
Knucklehead
Keith, manager of the year. I think he got manager of the year like 2 years ago or some shit like that.
Oh my God.
No, he did though. He got manager of the year like 2 years ago.
For Hitchens.
Oh yeah, he did got some overrated fighters paid. I'll give him that.
Ain't he Tio's manager now too?
Yeah, he is. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ray. I think he is. He's not with David McWater no more.
I kind of understand why, at least for Hitchens, why he wanted to file Keith Conley. Because I remember when he was at like Floyd's thing and he was being managed by, I don't know who the fuck he was being managed by. He basically was like, yo, my career looked like it was done. I wasn't getting fight dates. Nobody knew I even fucking existed. I get with Keith Connolly. Boom. I'm out of fucking Mayweather Promotions. I'm with Matchroom. I'm getting a world title fight in a couple of years. And I think his mistake is thinking that's all on Keith Connolly and not a decent amount of that is on Eddie Hearn.
Yep. because you basically that you were attributing everything that's happening in your career and the money you're getting to keep for Brody. That's really Eddie. That's Eddie doing you a solid and looking out for you. But hey, you made your bed, bro. Shout out to motherfucking Don. Plant versus Berlanga. Who you got? Damn, that's tough. That's
Plant.
tough, fellas.
Plant.
One for
Yeah.
Plant.
Yeah.
Super
Plant.
Plant.
Yeah.
Hey, put 4, bro. I don't think anybody in their right mind is picking Edgar Berlanga.
Come on, Drew. I believe in you.
I'll pick Berlanga. Berlanga.
Virtuoso
Bro,
for
this
the
motherfucker
Puerto Rocks, bro.
Jake Paul.
Yo, what are you talking about, bro?
Hey, he
I'm
more
Paul
Puerto Rican
kidding.
than Berlanga at this point.
I'm gonna tell you what. Honestly, Caleb Plant knockout.
Yeah.
He could do the Berlanga what he did to Darrell. He can. He could do to Berlanga what he did to Darrell. He's got to kill him quick because you know he's got a shit engine, but he can get him. He can get him. Plant got more fight in him, bro. You know, he's a white guy from Tennessee. You know, cousins and sister.
Plant got to fight Jermell, who's got to change his name to Jamal. That we can get that revenge plot.
You know, Plant might go to Zuffa, right, Fig? He was at their last show.
I mean, shit, I'm cool with that.
He might go to
the
Zuffa.
wave.
The shit is that Zuffa. The shit is Zuffa don't got super middleweights. They don't got super.
They got money.
No, they got like heavyweights, yo. He going.
Yeah, that same shit out there. Well, they ain't got that, but they got money. So, you know what I'm saying? Jordan is fine. Like, you can't have a fine ass woman like that not having to like, come on, playing. You got to do what you got to do, bro. Caleb
Plant
Plant,
bro. His hairline to start to fade and shit. You know that fade ain't as crispy as it used to be.
No, yeah. Ever since he started losing fights, the hairline just recedes a little bit more every time he loses a fight. Jordan deserves better than that. Tell me I'm lying. Jordan deserves better than that. Like, come on,
he can go bald. Just go bald. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's rough though. When you, that's rough. Yo, the shit is that he's a
boxer
because like. Yeah, but you could have had some hair. Like Jordan is too fine for shit like that, bro. You fucked up haircuts, shit. Go to Turkey, get the surgery, bro. Get the or do the shit that Chris did. Get that tattoo shit on your shit. You know, because you still got enough hair,
bro.
Yeah, I'm saying he got enough.
You
hair
won't give him the tattoo fee?
My dude, Chris been sporting that shit, and Chris still get bitches. He still get money.
That shit do be looking clean when he get it fade. Yeah,
I'm saying. And Caleb is tall enough. See, if Caleb was like Javante height, yeah, like everybody just gonna be looking down. Like, what is that shit? Did you write?
And Caleb, he don't handle himself like a bitch in public.
And you know what?
Caleb needs to get that same hair restoration that Conor Ben did with his beard. You know, to fix that hairline.
Yeah, that's the one where they take the hair from your ass and they put it. Yeah, like because that's ass hair on his face.
Yeah, that ass hair be softer too. It's a softer hair on your ass, you know.
Yeah, like be like, oh my god, it's so soft. Thank you. I'm killing it in the gym. I'm doing it, Tony Sims. Right? He's getting all the bitches, bro. You know what I'm saying? Caleb, get that tattoo shit, bro, because he keep his shit low anyway. When you ever seen Caleb Plant with a full head of hair? Never.
Bro, he wears hats all the time, bro. Like this should be easy.
You get them dots on your head, you good to go, homie. You gonna have a permanent hairline. You might as well. You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't Big Baby do that?
Yo,
what?
Because Big Baby is wilding. Yo, like he's wilding. Like, yo, you was just bald as shit out here for real. Just bald
the whole time.
You thought you could get in a whole my God, you really thought you could get in a whole fight with a toupee? Like you thought like it ain't nobody gonna know. Yo, you's wild. Yo, you wild.
Yo,
bro.
that toupee got more publicity than Shakur, bro.
Nah, it did.
Everybody was talking about that shit, bro.
You know that he got an endorsement off of that shit, right? He got some. I seen it.
Nice.
Yeah, he
deserves it.
Yeah,
that's a flip.
Real. That's like that is kind of dope that he was able to turn that into that. But like you could tell that like you just wasn't thinking, Jarrell. You really think you're gonna get into a whole fight at MSG? You're gonna get into a whole fight, heavyweight contest, sweating, taking punches with a toupee. Yo, you a wild dude, bro. A wild dude. He should have
That
got
was
the
like the
sewing.
funniest shit, bro. That was a top 5 funniest boxing moments.
I couldn't believe my eyes. I know I'm not bugging. Why is his
That's a
hair
historic.
moving?
Yeah, I heard the replay, man. You was. Oh my god.
Yo, this shit was crazy, bro. But shout out to Jarrell. Shout out to Jarrell. You know, parlayed that into some money. You know, he's a character.
Speaking of Shakur, because you said the belt's gone now, right? So basically, like, where's he going from now? Because I don't think he's going to 47. Because every time he talks about it,
he's
gives
gonna have
some.
to. He's gonna have.
It's
to.
some bitch ass shit he's putting in though. He's like,
guy,
yo, every guy gotta fight.
To.
They gotta have a rehydration clause.
You tell me. You know why he's gonna have to? Ain't no money in no Gary Antoine Russell fight. No money in that. Ain't no money in no Oscar Duarte fight. If Oscar wins the IBF, I'm talking about. No. Bro, he's not going. He don't want to deal with them Zepeda kind of problems. You know, you fight Duarte, that's the Zepeda fight all over again with a bigger guy.
Yeah.
There's nothing at 40. You fought the biggest name at 40 already. You got to go to 47. And you can't be a bitch about it either. That, you want to fight me too. Yeah. Bullshit. All right. The money is going to dictate what you do next. The money is going to dictate that. The
Go
money
to Puerto
at
Rico
47,
and fight Matias.
The money at nah.
It's up for that, bro. I don't know why you beating
that. Go to Puerto Rico, fight Matias,
it's
man.
Up for that, bro.
Bad Bunny
it's
on
up
your
for
side,
that, bro.
Bad Bunny
not showing out for that, bro.
Bad Bunny don't know Matias. You might get the Easter Bunny or
Matias might as well be a Dominican right now, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Not everybody gets to ride off that Bad Bunny wave. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like not every Puerto Rock know that dude. But 47, bro. Conor Ben is up there. Ryan is up there. Devin is up there. Rolly is up there. Like, yeah, it's showtime. You don't have a choice.
He talking about rehydration clauses and shit.
Bro, that shit.
Ain't nobody gonna go for that. Is the shit that Shakur? You don't have the leverage to impose that. You don't. You literally do not. You don't represent a value to those fighters. They're gonna say, "What the fuck? I'm gonna do that for him when I can fight him with no rehydration, nothing." You. That's why Shakur eventually he gonna bite the bullet. Yo, you gotta go to 47. Yeah, you ain't got it like that to be putting rehydration clauses on people, bro. Look, you know he might fight. I'm telling you, he might fight. It ain't gonna be none of the big ones yet. The first fight that he might have at that weight is the winner of Crocker Bottle, whoever it is, the winner of that fight. That's who he'll fight. It could end up being Liam Bottle because the fight with Crocker is in Australia, right? So
Crocker's not that good.
Liam Bottle has been beat by that style before. Richardson Hitchens. Shakur has the same style, but better. So yeah, that'll be the fight. And the 10-pound rehydration cap that you want was already in play because it's an IBF title fight.
Why not? Why not go after Dalton Smith in the UK? I mean, that'll be big.
Eddie's
boy.
Well, I don't know that Eddie. I don't know that Eddie would want to do that. Not just Eddie. 2, I don't know that Turkey would want to do that. At market value, that fight does not happen. Right? Shakur just made 10. He just made 10. He gonna want something like that for a unification. Well, I'm sorry, homie. Unless Turkey gonna pay for it, motherfuckers ain't just gonna keep giving maybe. Not even 10 is a lot, my guy. That's a huge number for one guy to get. That's a lot. And then if you giving Shakur 10, if you can find it in the couch cushions to give it to him, now you got to pay Dalton too.
Do you think there's a chance that Shakur becomes sensible for like one fight and says, "All right, I'm gonna take less for it," or no?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The money is better at 47. Quote me. It will be the winner of Crocker versus Bottle. That's not a $10 million fight though. Yeah, but that's not a $10 million risk either. He beats the winner of that.
Hold on. You think Dalton Smith is a $10 million risk for Shakur Stevenson?
No, more along the lines of you're gonna be at a stalemate. You're going to be at a stalemate based on what you made in your last fight and what he would want for a unification match. And if Turkey's not involved, that means you're relying on Matchroom to do it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But what I can see happening is, all right, you want to go to 47, he could go after the winner of that fight. The winner of that fight, whoever it is, will be receptive to it because they're going to think, oh, if I fight Shakur, I'm going to get well money. Shakur, he going to see an easy lick. Like, bro, whoever win this fight is an easy lick. I could beat both of y'all. And you get the rehydration cap you want. So there's more wiggle room there to make that happen. I think that's what it's going to be. I think that's the fight that he's going to have at 47. And, I know Fig ain't going to like this. Well, he's a 5-weight. If he becomes a 5-weight world champion, yeah, he's up there on the pound for pound, but that's style, bro. I'm tired of seeing that. His fights are boring. And ain't no hating shit. I picked him to beat Teofimo. I said over and over he's going to beat Teofimo. That shit was boring. It's not going to get better.
Boring to me. That shit was clean, man. That shit was like
watching
an old Mayweather fight.
Here we go.
It was all right. It was on the same level of Howard Tunian for me. That was pretty.
Only thing that bothered me is it wasn't Keyshawn versus Tio. I wanted Keyshawn because Keyshawn would have hurt him.
Keyshawn would have knocked him out, and I stand by that. He would have knocked him out. Keyshawn would have knocked him out. That's been my prediction for that fight.
100%.
It's been my prediction. The shit is that Shakur could have knocked him out. There's times in the second, and yes, in the back end of the fight when Tio is already swollen. So and you could look at Tio's legs that the jab, and he's not right. And Shakur, if you would have hit the gas, you could have stopped him. But
even when he's ahead, he fights apprehensively.
Yeah,
he don't got a lot of power. He's just.
But it wasn't going to be the power. It was going to be the rate at which you're punching. You're fresh, bro. You're not wasting no energy. You still got snap on your punches and all that. That if you put a couple of them together, he's ready to go. He was ready to go. But, I can't do it anymore. Like, I can't do it anymore. Unless it's
like Haney and Keyshawn.
That's the only fight I want to see Devin in it, only because I think Keyshawn will knock him. Well, I think Keyshawn stands a chance.
I don't.
I think he got a good chance because he has Shakur. It's like you got Shakur in your camp. Like who else would be better?
I know where you coming from, Ray. If it took you 12 for Jermaine, right? It took you 12 for Jermaine. How long would it take you for Devin? Took 12 rounds.
I just don't think he beats Devin, period, to be honest. I think it's a bad style matchup.
You're right. No, it is. It is. Same
like
thing
a real rough one, to be honest.
I don't want to see Devin Haney fight anymore, bro.
It's
going to be the same thing. Jab, grab, move, jab, grab, move, jab.
Hey, if he moved up and fought Virgil, cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I want to see him fight Beterbiev.
All right. All right.
That's the fight I need. Now, look, I got to get ready to go pick up my son in a few. So we going to come back for the late night boxing talks later on. It's good to see y'all, fellas. I'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.